We're going to have to see if we get to that situation, but it is Anubis versus 3BL on compound. We have 3BL starting off on the blacklist side. We have Anubis starting out on the global risk.
Yep, and we go again into the fray. And yeah, as you mentioned, blacklist side here for 3BL. And they started out on this side for the first map as well. So seems like both teams liking starting on the same sides.
Yeah, sometimes it's just better to get the side you want rather than the map pick. But Alucard is now going to run it down towards double pillars. We're going to see who they're going to run into. It is Dipsy on double pillars, which it's going to be interesting to see if he can hold this one off. He is supported by Slayer as well, and he cannot because Alucard instantly deletes him off the table. So Slayer is just holding this corner here. He's up on the box. They don't know. He drops in a grenade. Peeks around the corner. Doesn't know there's so many there. And does decide to relocate to the opposite side of the door, seeing if you know, they can expend too much on the top of that box. He is flashed up. Horus knows roughly where he is, and Horus and Gang start firing, but Doom picks up a massive triple kill on the back of this.
Doom says, no, you will not pass. Actually, he takes 26 damage and kills 3 people, and the push is totally stifled. The bomb, by the way, still in mid here with Totson, so they could maybe try to go for a sneaky push onto A. Nobody there at this moment in time, as he's going to check his flanks first and maybe go in for a push, rotate out, after getting totally shut down into B.
Yeah, I mean, A is a consolation prize, really, because if they'd have broke through B, they'd have had a much better chance. And he did drop the bomb. That doesn't plant it, of course. Dropping it up. Oh, Snare peeked out at exactly the right time. Totson does go down, and Hunt needs to try and pull this one out, but he cannot, as Snare does that. And that is Anubis taking first blood again for the second time in a row.
Yeah, really clean stuff. I think that Dipsy and Slayer, maybe a bit overconfident from last one, I don't know. But they went out, they peeked. One got sniped by Alucard. The other guy got charged by 4 people. And once again, Dipsy is going to go down. So 3BL are getting a lot of value on this angle, taking out 2 of the most important players from the last map on Anubis. But yeah, just Doom and Squad able to short things up in the first round anyway.
Yeah, I think they finally found Dipsy's off switch. All right, so Horus is looking through the window. He is in double pillars, and there are a couple of, Penguin and Hunt as well are going to be supporting this double pillars push. It is just a bit of an exploration to see if they can, take out another Anubis player, because the C4 is on the opposite side of the map, so they're not going to commit just yet. It's mostly just getting information, and information is expensive, especially when this happens. A double kill here by Slayer. He takes out Horus and Penguin, and he's looking to make it another with Hunt ducking and diving around this window. Switches his gun, but Hunt does come around the back, but Hunt actually ends up getting tagged heavily there. Pays the price for that, but Alucard takes out Snare. Totson gets Hussam, and just like that, it is a 3 against 1. Doom is the last man standing. He's going to obviously sit on B, because, you know, if you lose B, it is one of the hardest retakes to do, even with a team of 5.
Yeah, looks like he does get a read, though, that this rotation is coming in, so wants to be ready just in case. He's checking in mid, but he's got a good read on Alucard in on the site. And now he spots him, not able to hit that shot, though. As Doom a bit better with the sprays so far on this map compared to the one taps. So either way, nicely done from 3BL to win that fight over on the east side and then move over to A and finish things off.
Indeed, and now we're having a big 3BL push through double pillars, but they are going to run into 2 on the side of Anubis. Dipsy picks up a big double kill. Snare and Slayer, they also get kills of their own. Hunt did get Dipsy, but just like that, Totson is all alone. He has no one to support him. He's going to have to do it all on his own. He's isolated actually from the C4. He's over on A. Heaven knows what he was doing, pushing up that way. all on his own without the C4.
Yeah, just trying to play point on the other side of the map, and then his team got massacred, so he's like, well, what do I do now?
Well, he actually might get the drop on Anubis here. That would be a very interesting situation, but I believe Hussam just about peeked a little bit of information there.
Still a lot of time, but yeah, it's rough. 1v4, you got to get the bomb. Totson might just try to take a fun angle and see if he can catch them off guard. Certainly looking for that now, playing the long game, coming in through the B site with 3 people looking at the store.
Yeah, sometimes it's the loneliest map experience, but Totson gets one. Can he make it 2 and 3? He's going to have to try. And everyone comes running at him, and Doom just charges him down. And that's another win going Anubis. The back and forth continues between these two teams as it is 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 to Anubis. Nicely done. I love that play in double pillars. Once again, just getting the soul read as now we got some action in mid. Both teams going head to head. Penguin gonna be the first one to go down though. A snare is up in the tower. And he's got some support, but Hunt's trying to go 1v2 right now. Gonna take out 2 in mid. And that's going to at least shore it up for the team.
Yeah, it's all equal. 3 on each side. Almost symmetrical between the two teams. 1 injured, 2 up full. We're on board with Alucard making his way through double pillars. He's going to have to push through this door. He is. They are all alone, actually. There is no one there. Hussam is down in the pit, and we know what that usually means. That usually means death for everyone. Dipsy's with him. Slayer's going to support from the back, but Dipsy actually gets taken out by Hunt, despite pit advantage. And Hussam as well is down. Hunt has made it 2. It's almost like he doesn't care about the natural order of things, as the pit is usually an uncrackable nut. And now Slayer has to try and do the same in reverse, all on his own.
Yeah, Hunt currently on 4 kills on the round. He's going to pick up his 5th. He kills everybody on the enemy team. He gets the 2 in mid and is just able to bring it into the B site. And 3BL clean. They bring in Hunt, and they are able to crack the nut. So really good stuff from them. Going to, once again, even it up, as Penguin now going to pull out the sniper in mid.
Yeah, did get a big kill onto Slayer, who is 4 and 4 right now. So where are 3BL gonna go next? Remember, they do get to kind of dictate the way the map goes out. And we do have actually Snare playing deeply into double pillars. Hopefully trying to get someone to come into him. I mean, he does have the sniper. Horus, I think, feels something in the air tonight because he was looking that direction the whole time. As they are going to push up into the A passage and break it this way round. C4 still in the middle though. They could easily withdraw from that and look to push over onto double pillars. There is 1 minute 20 seconds remaining, so plenty of time for 3BL to decide what they're going to do. But we do have a bit of an exchange at this box.
Hello. That is one of the angles you can hold. Just to make sure you know that they're not coming in from a long. Generally, we don't see too many straight and long pushes, as well as the fact that there's just a tiny little door there. And that's about it. So, just trying to push in, see if they can get the pick. Not going to happen to the side of 3BL. It's okay, they can group up in mid, but take a look at, I think it's Snare on the right side. He is trying to get this flank. See if it works out for them, but Hunt is going to get this first kill on the push. Alucard in here. He's got Snare behind him, and the rotation is coming in. Dipsy does get one. Snare gets another. But 3BL are going to make it onto this B site regardless.
Yeah, and they're going to set themselves up very quickly into all the right positions. Horus is deep in the pit, laying that C4 eventually. I think he's going to get it. Anyway, Totson tries to get it down, but Snare nails it. Horus gets Snare. Spray control is good through the box. Hussam is very, very hurt. He's going to have to do it and break this. The C4 now is planted, and he pays the price for that. Hussam gets it. It's 28, and Hunt hops around the corner, takes out Hussam, and 3BL. They get their noses in front. It's 3-2.
Yeah, and Hunt is 9-2. 5 rounds in. The rest of his team not hitting 1 KD. The guys kind of putting them on their back. Obviously, the 5-kill round helping out the score quite a lot. And now 3BL just slowing things down. A big umbrella here at the back. Not going to rush in Anubis. Staying kind of with the same strategy. Not really, you know, they've gone for some mid pushes, and that one time that got a little bit out of hand with Snare up in the tower. But for now, they're just going to hold on to the sides of the map.
Yeah, whereas 3BL, they're looking to take the watchtower just to get that overwatch. No, they're actually just going to completely abandon it instantly. They had a peek up there, pulled back. They're going over to double pillars, and the general expectation here, I guess, would be that Tutson would go pick up the bomb if he needs to, if they're going to commit. But there are 2 of Anubis sitting right here. It is Dipsy and Slayer making that little crossfire, making that little kill zone that can be so hard to break when you're 3BL. Slayer swings around the door. I don't think he knows there's like 4 or 5 people here. There's one, needs to turn around, make it another. He does. Slayer gets double, gets a triple. And Alucard is the one to quiet him down, but Dipsy is still standing. He's going to try to shoot through the window. Alucard knows roughly where they are. And Tutson has rotated down and picked up the C4. So even if he goes for the sneaky A, he's not going to be all alone, as Snare is still sitting very tidily in that spot, letting the rest of his team try to, you know, just isolate Alucard completely. But Tutson goes down. Snare sitting perfectly in that spot, and Anubis take the win. And yeah, nothing separating them again. It's 3-3.
Yeah, Slayer just holding it down. 2 guys in that room reading the push once again of 3BL. So continuing to understand exactly the way that 3BL do want to play this one out. As Anubis going to go for this mid push once again. It's working out. Doom and Slayer, they're back on the board. Snare going to get a pick as well. Slayer picks up his second, and all of a sudden, Alucard is alone yet again. And I don't think he's got it in the bag this time. Dipsy going to finish him off.
Yeah, another Anubis win, and the lead in this game has changed hands so many times. It is 4-3. Both teams looking very, very equal on compound, but with Anubis taking that slight lead. Husam tries to do what he can, but Tulsa does take him down. 3BL are all completely standing. Husam did not lay any bullets into that rush that was coming into him. Grenades bounced off the walls, round corners. Just to cover this, Tutson is going to be the first man up and in. But he is going to face 2, but he does get 2. Doom and Snare completely fall to his bullets, but Slayer does take out Tutson as he breached into this room. But Hunt takes down Slayer, and Dipsy, last man standing, gets Alucard off the board. That's a good start, but he needs to do it 3 more times. Hunt, Penguin, and Horus, they're going to set themselves up in a very nice defensive position on the A site.
Dipsy, does he have it in him is really the question. Well, let's see. It seems like he's looking for Penguin's position. Doesn't see him. Horus going to get the drop on that one and the information. And that means that all 3 members can triple peek him. And that's going to be 4-4. Nicely done by 3BL, as they are able to get onto that A site pretty quickly.
This couldn't be closer between 2 great teams. And we're lucky we get to watch this as we see a bit of a rush down by Anubis down that long central passageway. And they're just going to set up a couple of players very deep. They're going to send Slayer maybe going all the way down to the blacklist spawn. Now that would be nuts. Stutson is trying to just push things back. We do get a pop by Penguin. He is going to survive. Misses the shot, does Snare, but Horus takes him out. But Doom and Slayer, they get 1 each. Horus and Thompson are down as Alucard takes out Doom, and it's a 3v3. But there are no snipes on the side of Anubis.
Yeah, I think better position here for Anubis from the top, from the window. Can they execute is the question. Slayer picks up 2. It's only Alucard, and Husam is going to take him down. He's been a little bit quiet, but he's able to get that very clutch final kill onto Alucard. It's going to give, once again, the very slight advantage over to the side of Anubis at the half, 5-4.
Yeah, exactly a repeat of the last round. It's 5-4 going into the second half, and now that they've switched sides, how is it going to play out? We have Anubis on the blacklist, and we have 3BL on the global risk. Now, Dipsy is going to push pretty deep into double pillars, trying to get things through the window. Does get the grenade, but it doesn't deal any damage to Horus. And yeah, Dipsy's just going to back out of there, rejoin the rest of his team in Central Passage, into that central little road. And they're going to grenade off A. Just, you know, cover that with smoke, cover it with flashes, just to cover their advances if they are going to push straight up middle. And do they swing right? No, they actually swing left, straight into this site where Penguin is looking directly at them. And Penguin and Alucard pick up two very important kills, and Usam and Dipsy get them back. Snare gets Tutson off the board. Snare gets Horus off the board, as well as Hunt picks up a double kill of his own. It's a 1v1. It's Snare versus Hunt. Snare is up in the window. Hunt is down in the pit, but neither can hit each other, and Hunt goes down. Snare takes the win and puts a little bit of daylight between the two teams.
Yeah, that was pretty big. Snare picking up 3 kills on the round as they pretty forcefully pushed through smoke onto the A side. I thought they were just going to rotate B. Not the case this time around. Anubis wanted to take it to 3BL, and that they did. Started off looking pretty good for 3BL, but did not end up that way as Alucard, trying to go for the aggressive peek, trying to go for the snare maneuver, and he got snared up in mid. So that's unfortunate for him, as now Anubis up 2 members and up 2 rounds.
Making 3 as Dipsy continues his rampage, but Penguin picks me very quick. Triple kill against Dipsy, Doom, and Snare, and equals all things up. Hunt went down super early, but Penguin is going to be here to save his team. Now, Slayer and Usam, what can they get done? C4 is way back in their base, so they do have that to play with, and there's still plenty of time going. There's still 90 seconds. So they are going to look to maybe slow push this. We do have Tutson creeping down that A passageway on the left-hand side of the map. We do have Penguin looking to push down the middle, and they are going to run into Tutson first.
Tutson, it's not exactly the moment you want to challenge them, 2v1. But, of course, didn't know exactly they were going to be both right there. Penguin, 4 kills, only 4 kills, as Slayer will finally shut him down. Slayer himself, 15 kills, trying to match what Hunt has done on the other side, but the team as a whole, 7-4. This is a big lead now for Anubis.
Yeah, and big lead is comparative because these two teams have been so equally matched. We'd have Dipsy pushing up through double pillars. It does get Horus, and when things start going your way, it is snowballing for Anubis. They eke out this tiny advantage, and they have just kept picking at the wound of 3BL, and they're just making it bigger and bigger and bigger as Alucard looks to try and get something done, but does have to vacate the watchtower and rejoin the rest of his team.
Yeah, it's pretty rough too. He's taking a lot of damage on that one. Not that Alucard generally cares about silly numbers like health. As long as he can one-shot other people, he's fine. But yeah, down a member, this is going to be rough for them. C4 angled over on the A side of the map. Let's see where they do want to eventually push, though, as they have tons of time. Anubis, no need to rush things from here. They still got Dipsy checking double pillars. It does look like they're going to poke into A long first.
Maybe not, because the C4 is still in that central passage, so I think they're just trying to get a little bit of information to find which side would be easier to push. I might actually find that A is, because, you know, it's usually very easy to hide your location on that A side, as we have Tutson and Dipsy going head-to-head, with Tutson getting the better of it this time round, just controlling the spray a little bit better, shooting down at Dipsy. It's 4 against 4.
And Anubis stay put. They say, well, only saw the one guy over there. We're not 100% sure where the defense is. As we could tell, it was a bit sparse on A at that moment in time, but still, no need, as Assam's going to take out Penguin. And they look to take over the A site here. Pretty passive defense here from the side of Alucard, though. Hunt, he's got a nice little angle, good timing, but he is spotted. And now he's alone again. I don't think he's certainly going to be able to take down the A site all by himself. This is a really big ask.
Yeah, it's a big ask, but the way he's playing right now, he might be able to do it, but he is going to swing all the way around this map. Yeah, okay. 20 seconds remaining.
All right, well, he's just not even going to try.
I think Hunt wants to preserve his KD spread for the end of this one. No, he is going to make a move, but it's far too little.
Maybe he's
late.
just talking with his team. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, it's like, it's such a low chance to go for it. You always should, as he actually got another kill there at the end. But, yeah, maybe just using this as a moment to maybe psych up his team and say, hey, guys, come on, like, what's going on? Like, why am I alone? Let's get it going. Let's turn this one around. It's not over.
Or he dropped tools and said, guys, come on, if you don't start playing, I'm going to stop playing.
Or he stood up and got a drink.
Oh yeah, that's also possible.
A glass of water. Stay hydrated.
All right, so where are we going with this one? Right now, both teams just trying to get a little bit of information. Hunt is pretty defensive this time around. He's going to be sitting on that A-long. As Anubis, they're looking to just take the middle once more. Just hold it up, watch where things are going. Just take, the information game on this one. But there is a slight creep over towards double pillars, and we're going to find out what's going to go on down here. Horus is in the back of this, and he is shadowed by Tutsin, who does actually just abandon that site and leave Horus all on his own. So if they did decide to push, they might collapse in on Horus. They are just, again, walking around the map, trying to get the information. Snare, I think, is in the watchtower. Yeah, he is. So he's just going to be trying to see what he can see, which is absolutely nothing right now.
Yeah. Not much to see. Anubis just waiting it out as our 3BL. Just sitting back. Sometimes this is the way it goes, just trying to play with the clock, trying to play with the pressure. Always keep your opponents guessing. And so they're going to wait for probably about 40 seconds before they do go for this push. Got to be careful not to go too late. But Alucard's right here. He's going to line one up, spots them. And now it's almost a certainty that they're coming in through a long, which is one of the downsides of waiting this long. As now, Dipsy around the back. Alucard's still here. He's going to pick up yet another one. Hunt there to support him. Hassan does get into the site as Penguin, very nice timing. Just going to shut that down. They did not spot him until it was too late.
Yeah, 3BL, they get their first win of the half. It is 8-5. Anubis, not as foot on the gas that much that time round. They did wait a pretty long time. But yeah, sometimes you just got to change the speed to keep your opponent on their toes. And 3BL, they adapted very, very quickly to the change in pace. So we might see a little bit more of a rushy style coming out this time round, as we do see 4 members of Anubis pushing through that double pillars. They're slow creeping. Horus is there. He will eventually see this. Sam jumps around, but it's not the one who goes down, as Dipsy is the first man down. Doom takes out Horus, sorry. So that's a 1-for-1 trade there. Where are the rest of 3BL? Because they're leaving one man to do a team's worth of work as Doom gets Tutsin down. And now the rotation's coming in. And it looks as though Slayer is trying to line up this shot. Alucard is going to go through the doors. Okay, he's going to go through the buildings.
I thought maybe Slayer was just going to wait for the rotation into B, and the team would go in and try to plant, and maybe he could get some kind of flank. But yeah, just waiting it out, just playing it patiently. They're going to rotate back towards A, so it doesn't look like they will plant B at all. And that's going to keep 3BL, once again, you go for an early push, you get a couple of picks, now you're keeping your opponents guessing, and they don't know exactly what angle you're coming in from. So a big spread from 3BL, covering 3 angles, a bit more on A at this point.
And Sam actually goes down to Penguin there, so it's a 3 against 3. He was flashed up and then taken out. As all carnage goes on Slayer, he gets Penguin, Snare gets Hunt. And it's 1 against the world, and that, even if that one is Alucard, Slayer is up to the task. And Anubis get the win, and they are now on map point. It's set 2, looking to go the same way as set 1, and that's directly into Anubis' hands.
Yeah, just a much better half this time around, going the way of Anubis. 4 out of the last 5 rounds, and 5 out of the last 6 as well, if you include that last round from the last half. But yeah, their Blacklist side has been phenomenal. And now they're going to try to catch some shots here in double pillars. Thompson, he pokes out, but it's too little, too late, gets nothing. Doom just going to take down 2 as they want to forcefully take this map with an even better score than the last one.
Yeah, and they've completely taken B. They're all over this spot. They're down in the pit against the walls. Where do you break this if you are 3BL? You've got to do it soon because the clock is ticking. 30 seconds remaining. The spray's coming in just to try and get a couple of tags, but nothing is connecting. Because we do have Hunt on the hunt, round the back, but he's going to get spotted. Doom gets Penguin. Hunt actually gets Doom, but Dipsy is good for it, and Alucard goes down. And Anubis, they close out Compound in very convincing fashion.
Yeah, 10-6 on sub base, 10-5 on Compound. Anubis